Last part. Psychology, psychiatry, medicine, and health. Mental system. Processes, social workers, counselors, activists, politicians, leaders, governors, dictators, mayors. They keep their domination. They retain their power and their control with their brains. And those who can't break free from the chains that they are bound to now, those people who can't leave the services they provide now, have one final option being used now. And that has to do with the prefrontal cortex and the social part of thinking and thought. Connecting to other places far down and through the thalamus, the pons, the brainstem. And visually and auditorily, humans start to connect to one another, share information and data, organize and form groups to eliminate the ruler, to stop the simulation being given and shared on the radio and the internet and in the windows of the businesses and technology companies who participate in their economy. Simply learning like I have now, spending 8 years in intense research, trying to solve mentoring for at-risk and homeless youth, helping those with dementia and Alzheimer's with engineering, doing veteran mathematics, application material for the government. Has the limits set forth by the world. A world, a planet, and a earth with those who have the muscle and value and freedom to make choices, declare what rules need to be followed. They go to school and college and they make laws and they have these buildings with justice. They hire some police, they train the military. They go overseas and they talk to Russia, China, North Korea, and they go to Iran and get the Ayatollah Khamenei to form a bond with the Indian Hindu. and then keep secret from humanity their achievements now. When a person starts education, reads books, takes notes, solves mathematical equations, and writes a lot of words, the body gets to be less aware. Less ready for war, less prepared for battle, and not strong enough to hunt and find food now. Secondly, tribalism. Folks and people disregard the brain as unethical, part of white supremacy and racism, decision-making and thinking belligerent and horrible. And go from the heart and the breathing, the heart thumping. Allow a signal to go to a finger and a gun, and then pull the trigger. Meet up with their homies, their gangs, their associates, their vatos, their essays, their N-word compadres. Plural. Make rap songs, do hip hop, and start an electronic DJ experiment. People pay money. They visit their clubs. They go watch their women dance from poles and drop their clothes. And so willingly hand out drugs, steroids, hormone enhancers, heroin needles. And have sex in their cribs and receive fellatio in the alleys. And then eventually get enough to cause violence and destruction and murder and kill those who are opposed to their way of life now. They denounce schools, they denounce privilege, and they explain skin color. And limit their letters and their speaking to the problem they no longer tolerate. And anybody dumb enough like me now to spend 4 years, almost 5, studying in a college and a university with professors from all ethnicities and cultures, who persists and never stops, has to live with the risks of assault, death by rope, insomnia from some maniac next door, and a counselor manager who wears a hijab and weighs much more than me now. There's no pride. Deciding to infinity and beyond. There's no benefit. And there's no grief from anyone other than those who don't like what they see or hear or feel emotionally now about what their consciousness imagines. And no echo. No bird chirping in my ear when I was unstoppable and ready for surgery and ready for blue circle technology to have a business. Location. Now. No emails for funding, suggestions. No requests for donations to help with tuition. And not a single living and breathing, talking, thinking, and speaking believer now.